Welcome to this guided meditation, which is all about revisiting the vision board and energy behind the creation of the vision board that you made during our Sacred Women's Circle. During this meditation, I will be inviting you to step into a space of being open to the possibilities of the present moment, in which there are infinite possibilities. Day to day, it can be easy to get caught up in old beliefs, in the momentum of energy, which could use some help freeing up space for new perspectives, new, fresh, invigorating energy that is really in alignment with our true authentic selves. So I invite you now to take a moment to make sure that you have your vision board in front of you or with you, or even if this isn't possible for you, maybe you're traveling or you're just not near your vision board that you created, then I invite you to take a few moments to recall that evening where we gathered together as women in our community with a similar intention of creation, coming together as one consciousness collectively, helping to lift each other up and encourage each other to be creators of our reality. And this can seem a little far out, just hearing this. So I invite you to step into that. I invite you to become curious about what that might mean to you, being a creator of your reality. What does that mean to you? Not just as a concept, but in this moment. Hearing that, how does that feel for you? And how did that feel for you on that evening? Coming together, looking at all of these images in these magazines. Recall flipping through the magazines with a desire to come into alignment with what lights you up and what brings you joy and what inspires you to go deeper into this life experience with an energy of love and creativity and togetherness with others. Remember the energy in the room, the music playing in the background, soft and relaxed. Remember what it felt like to be in conversation with yourself as you're flipping through these magazines, tearing out pages, choosing images and asking yourself, is this me or is this not me? The feeling that comes with that exploration and that conversation with yourself. And even asking yourself in the moment on that evening, as you come across images that you feel called to, that really feel juicy and in alignment with yourself, asking yourself, should I share this with others in this group? Or maybe should I keep this one to myself? Just that conversation itself can be so interesting and invigorating to reflect on and recognize that we're always having these conversations with ourselves, really at all times. And this can be so empowering that we can choose at any given moment a whole litany of options for our reality in the moment, how we want to navigate our dialogue within ourselves. So with that, if your eyes aren't already closed and you're not already in a comfortable position, I do invite you to now get into that comfortable position. Settle in. You might do a quick body scan, noticing where you could adjust your position a little bit, maybe being in your home or wherever that you are right now, as long as you're not driving, you may decide that you might want to move locations altogether. Maybe you want to move to a different room or a different seat, or lay down or sit up or even stand up and sway. It's totally up to you. This is a very individual experience, not only in this moment, but in our lives. And I do invite you and really give that permission to you to choose what feels best and most comfortable for you in this moment. Whatever you do, just get into a position that you can be in for about 5 minutes as we really dive in to this meditation experience, reflecting on our creative power that we all have. So when you feel ready, close your eyes and take a few intentional breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Settle in to this moment. You may notice feelings, sensations present in your body, in your physical body, and or your emotional body. And just take this opportunity to notice those sensations and even acknowledge them. You may greet them, just letting them know you see them and their existence is real and valid. As we move through this noticing and acknowledgement space, we may find that sensations that are present either continue to exist here in this space, or they might decide they want to move on. Either is just perfect. Continue to breathe, using your breath as an anchor in this moment. And as you breathe, it is natural that we come more into alignment with the present moment, and even start to feel how present and here we really are. It's very natural to start experiencing the infinite feeling of existing. As we build momentum in this practice, it can really begin to feel as if this moment is eternal. I invite you to take this opportunity to consider this. that our existence in this moment is an eternal existence. The time is always now. Considering this perspective can be so empowering. If this moment is eternal and the time is always now, then our ability to impact the future and even the past is always right here with us in this moment, right here. Considering this and reflecting on our vision boarding experience and the feelings that were arising as we chose specific images in synchronicity with the moment, images we weren't necessarily searching for directly, but showed themselves to us and we found that we were in alignment with. We can revisit those images and feelings at any given time in our day, including right now. Recall your vision board. You may mentally do a scan of the poster board, really imagining from corner to corner, maybe starting with the left-hand side of the vision board, recalling you choosing images and putting the glue on them and selecting spaces for them on the board. You may remember picking up some images and deliberating. Is this something I want to be envisioning myself experiencing a month from now as I look at this vision board and reflect on how I want my life experience to evolve? Just notice what feelings and images are coming up for you right now in this moment. You may have stories associated with these images, maybe even emotions where we can find ourselves asking, I may identify with this image now, and is this something that I want to continue identifying with? Or maybe even, I want to identify with this image, but I'm not sure if I'm there yet. Take these next few moments to really sit with those feelings and or thoughts and questions. And I invite you now to consider again that we are infinite beings. Everything is possible in this moment, and that we are continually creating a series of moments of now that string together to create one big image that is our vision board of life. We get to play with different scenarios as we move through our day, and with conscious awareness, we can see different options if we so choose and are open to it. So, recalling what's on your vision board, which may or may not be in front of you, I invite you to step into your vision board. The images that you placed on there, some of which may be far more powerful than others. The possibilities for you to experience those images are right here and right now. We are always calibrating ourselves to different energies and vibrations, which we absolutely do with conscious awareness, have the ability to shift little by little our energy and vibration. Notice the images, or maybe even words or phrases that are on your vision board, that when you imagine yourself experiencing and being a part of those images, really sounds exciting and wonderful. Almost like a huge level up for you. I invite you to step into that energy, which may feel like a huge upgrade for you. Take this opportunity to acknowledge any limiting beliefs you have around having this experience. Notice they're there, acknowledge them as valid, and also acknowledge the infinite possibilities that also exist. It must be true that if this experience cannot be for you, despite your draw to it, your longing for it, it must be true that it must be for you. Because we do live in a universe where with each possibility, there is the opposite possibility as well. And this meditation is all about calibration and practice. It takes practice to recalibrate. It takes revisiting vibrations, frequencies, and considering an experience to be possible before we can actualize that experience. Kind of like planning a trip. We can never get to a destination if we truly believe that we cannot get to that destination. And so as soon as we consider it a possibility, that allows us to open up to receiving the plans, the invitations, the logistics, and all the things that come along with getting to the destination. And so all of that begins with being open to receiving the experience. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you feel resistance coming up, or any stories that you feel might be keeping you from stepping into this experience, just know that that is totally natural and acknowledge those feelings as valid. Let them know they're safe, they're okay. And that they can continue to exist along with the feelings of openness to receiving greater possibilities, those beliefs that aren't in alignment with you anymore. They can continue to exist for someone else that is in alignment with them. This can make the process of moving on to a belief and energy that is more in alignment with your true self and purpose here in this life on Earth. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, moving through this experience, making the choice to experience breath, experience life, and dance the dance of this experience. We'll spend about 1 more minute here in this space of openness to receiving possibilities that are so in alignment with ourselves, possibilities that feel so juicy and exciting, possibilities that as we step into them and experience them as right here and now, existing and real. We are calibrating our energy bodies to these experiences, and it gets easier and easier to be open to the consciousness that is surrounding us and running through us, to bringing us more and more into those experiences. It just gets easier and easier and more enjoyable to practice this recalibration, which is an eternal process and joy to experience. Take a few more intentional breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. As we come back into the room, your immediate environment, just know that this is a practice that builds momentum. It can be easy to look around, and as we step out of such an imaginatory, visual, exploratory state and go through our day and sometimes monotonous activities, it can feel as if that was a dream and not real. However, I invite you to consider that we are always creating our moment in our reality and our experience, and that means building momentum through each moment in the eternal now, which brings us into new states, new places, and new destinations. And it is a journey to become curious about and be open to every day. As you're feeling complete, I invite you to very, very slowly just wiggle your toes and your fingers. Continue to breathe. You may do a stretch, rotating your head and your hands. And when you're feeling ready, you may very, very slowly just blink your eyes until they're fully open. And I welcome you into this new calibration, which is different than when you first sat down to start this meditation. Thank you so much for joining me in this meditation. It is such a joy to be with you. Truly, I'm envisioning you at peace and bringing authentically you into your moment and day ahead. Sending you lots of love, and I can't wait to join you in the next meditation in Women's Circle. See you next time.